Oh, what? Okay. Once again, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Sunday, August 9th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines, and also we'll go over Pelicans breakdown. They will take on the San Antonio Spurs today, 2 p.m. We will have the recap show that will be after 4 hours after Pelicans game. So we will do that around maybe 6 o'clock or close to 7. So that's 4 to 5 hours. So let's go ahead and send you the links. So let's send that links over to both. So I'm going to go ahead and send it over and get this sent over to you. Give me 1 second. Let me move this over. So we will send over everything you need. We'll send this up. Okay. Sportscaster will get the first one. We'll put it up on Sportscaster. We'll set it up on Facebook. So let me see if I can get this last day of YouTube today. Last day of YouTube. We'll be on Facebook for the rest of the week. So we will stay on Facebook, but we are going to be on YouTube. Going to be on Twitch next week, but we will be on Twitter. This Monday coming up. So this Monday coming up, we'll be on Twitter. Let's see if I can get this shut off. Sorry about that. Get this up on the screen. There we go. Set up. So it's up on the screen. And we'll go to YouTube this time. To switch over, send everything. So everything's on your screen. Get that switched over. Okay, let's begin breaking down Pelicans versus San Antonio Spurs. Let me get this off my screen for a second, and I'm going to switch this over, share screen. All right. Let's get this up, and we will set this up in a second. I'm going to break this down for you. Okay, San Antonio will take on the New Orleans Pelicans. This is a very important winnable game. It has to be a winnable game here. I don't know what's going on. Why I'm not getting that link up. I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that. Let me get that matchup. Let me get that reset. Apologize. Let me see if it's still on. Trying to see if we get the screen set up. I'm trying to get everything straighten out. So let's see if we can get this up. Okay, everything's on your screen. Pelicans will take on the San Antonio Spurs, 2 p.m. The game will be on. We will not have the game. We'll not broadcast the game. We'll give you a recap on it later on this evening. So let's see who's in the comment area. It looks like we got, let's see who's in. On Facebook, we'll check and see. Let me get this switched over. I know you can't wait, folks. See who's on. Okay, let's begin. Break it down. This game. Let's go ahead and break this game down. Okay, point spread numbers to remember. San Antonio is 28-39. The Pelicans are 35-32-2. Money favors the Pelicans. They're 30-39. San Antonio's 30-38. So right now the over and under is 239. The game is a 3-point favorite for the New Orleans Pelicans right now in this game. So we're looking at it. Let's break the game down. Okay, let's go ahead by matchup edge. New Orleans matches up pretty well. They average 115 points, so they're ranked fifth in that category, fifth in the category in points per game. Now, points allowed, the Pelicans are ranked 25th. They only allow 115. San Antonio allows 116 a game. Field goal attempts per game, the Pelicans are ranked first. They're ranked first in that area. San Antonio's ranked 11th. In field goal percentages, this is field goal percentages. San Antonio's ranked 5th. The Pelicans ranked 13th in the game. So that's kind of pretty good edge going to San Antonio. 3-point shooting attempts per game. Pelicans are ranked 6th going into this game versus San Antonio. San Antonio's ranked 28th with 28.5 a game. Let's see. Field goal, free throw shooting. The Pelicans are ranked 20th. The Spurs are ranked 8th. That's in free throw percentage. Now, free throw per game. Now, free throw percentages for a game. The Pelicans are ranked 29th, and San Antonio ranked 2nd in that area. Now, assists per game. I don't want to. The Pelicans are ranked 2nd. San Antonio's ranked 13th coming into this game today. Offensive rebounds per game. The Pelicans are ranked 2nd, so that's pretty good right there. San Antonio ranked 27, dead last, next to dead last in the league. Also, defensive rebounds per game, the Pelicans are ranked 9th, so pretty good on the defensive rebounds. And also the total rebounds, the Pelicans are ranked 5th. Now the steals per game, Pelicans are ranked 18th with 7.54, and San Antonio with 7.24. Now the block shots a game, San Antonio is ranked 8th with 5.46. Pelicans is averaging 4.97 blocks per game. Now let's go to some more stats. I'm switching over. Turnovers per game, the Pelicans are 29th in the league with 16 turnovers, 16.3 a game. San Antonio is ranked 1st, so they have less turnovers, so they only had 12 a game. Now, first quarter scoring, Pelicans are ranked 4th. San Antonio ranked 16th. San Antonio in first quarter points allowed, they are ranked 18th in that defensive area. Pelicans are ranked 28th. Let's see. Second quarter scoring, Pelicans on offense. Pelicans are 8th. Let's see. San Antonio's 15th. Now the third quarter points per game. Second quarter points allowed by either team. San Antonio is ranked 19th. The Pelicans are ranked 29th. That's not something to ride home about. They're going to be a little bit better in that area, not giving up points a game in the third quarter. Scoring, Pelicans are ranked 4th. Third quarter points allowed, Pelicans are ranked 21st. Now in the fourth quarter, we showed you the third. Now we're showing you the fourth. Fourth quarter, San Antonio is ranked 10th. They're averaging 27.6 a game. Pelicans averaging 27.3 a game. Now, in fourth quarter defense, Pelicans are ranked 24th in that scoring area. San Antonio is ranked 29th. In percentages of points coming from 2-point shots, Pelicans are 22nd. San Antonio is ranked 5th with 55.39 percentages on those shooting point. In 3-point shooting, the Pelicans are ranked. That's off of 3-point shooting. That's points. Pelicans are ranked 5th in that area. San Antonio is ranked 28th. Efficiency shooting. This is what the main shooting. That's field goal shooting. The Pelicans are ranked 7th. The San Antonio Spurs are ranked 16th. In true shooting, San Antonio is ranked 11th. They shoot 57.0%. and Pelicans shoots 56.7. That's on the true shooting right here. This is what we're talking about. We'll highlight it. It's what we're highlighting. True shooting. So I'm looking at this game. I'm looking at these shooting differentials, and I'm going to say this. Look, if we can cover San Antonio on their shooting, whether it's in the paint or mid-range shots, I think we could come out of this game with a victory. I hope we can do those things. We got to minimize our turnovers because the turnovers continue to plague this team over and over and over and over again. You can't have turnovers and expect to win games. That's something people's got to understand. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that concept, but it is true. You cannot have turnovers. Also, the rebounding deficiencies have to be consistent versus San Antonio today. So my take is this: look, we have to score early and score often. Score early and score often, because we can get those defensive stops if we have to. I mean, we could put Zion Williamson on one of those players, and I'm pretty sure it could turn out to be a different situation on defense. So we have to play defense. So let's give you those last game performances. Okay, they played against Utah. Derek White 24 points. Jacob Patelli had 19 points. Lonnie Walker had 14 points. DeMar DeRozan had 13 points versus Utah. We'll give you that box score. I'm going to go over to that box score in a second. We'll give you those box score. And then Murray had 11 points. So their main, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in double figures in that game versus Utah. Now for the Pelicans played, I think it was Friday night, and that was against. They did get a win. So Howard had 28 points. Ingram had 17 points. Redick had 15. Derek Favors had 12, and Alonzo Ball only had 2 in the game last Friday night. So I look at it this way. I want to see a better performance out of Alonzo Ball going into this game. I definitely want to see that happen. So let's give you the point spread breakdowns. So I'll give you those breakdowns. They're hot and cold breakdowns. Okay. Pelicans are 4-0 in their last 4 games when the underdog status is between 0.5 and 4.5. The Pelicans are 8-2 in their last 10 games when the Pelicans are underdogs 11 points or greater. That's in the last 10 games. Now San Antonio is 4-1 in their last 5 games as a road favorite. When the point spread is 5 points and 10.5, so 5 points and 10.5. And the cold factors. San Antonio is 0-7 in their last 7 games when they're a favorite 11 points or greater, so they're 0-7 in that area. San Antonio also is 0-5 in their last 5 games when they're a favorite between 0.5 and 4.5. And the Spurs are 1-7 in their last 8 games following a ATS loss. So that's the things you got to consider in this game when you look at it. You have to look at these records. You have to see what their records are against those spreads and stuff like that. So that's why I give you these information so you'll know what you have to do. If you're going to make a bet on this game, you have to know these legitimate statistics. Okay. Over and under, we'll give you an over and under breakdown. In the hot category, that's going to be in the unders. Pelicans are 6-0 in their last 6 games after allowing 100 points or more in their previous games. So after allowing 100 points, they are 6-0. In the over, the Pelicans are 4-0. When they're an underdog, 11 points or greater. Also, in the last 4 games in the under, the Pelicans are 4-0. Also, they're 4-0 in their last 4 games on 1 day of rest. So they have to play Sunday. So it's so they had the rest Saturday. They didn't play, so they had to take 1 day off. And also the Pelicans are 4-0 in their last 4 games as a home favorite. So that's in the hot category. So that's an over and under. Also, in the over, the Spurs are 4-0 when they're road favorite, 11 points or greater. Injuries right now. LaMarcus Aldridge has a shoulder; he's out for the season. Brian Forbes is a quadricep; he's out indefinitely. He's not going to be. They have injuries as well. Trey Lyles is out for the season as well. Appendix. Tyler Kellum is out to the Sundays. He will not be playing in the game Sunday. So the previous matchups between Pelicans and San Antonio Spurs. I'm looking at the screen. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna see who's on Sportscaster. Let's check it out. So we'll give you those last meetings against both teams. So that was on January 22nd of this year. Spurs won that game 121-117. The game went into an over 237, so it went over 237. Pelicans did shoot 39 of 84 shots in the game. San Antonio did shoot 45 of 89 shots in the game that time. So we're at 29, so it's not too bad. So the next game they played, San Antonio did win the game 113-108. That was out in, I think it was in New Orleans. That was in the game. So I'll be honest with you, Spurs had their number. The last time the New Orleans Pelicans won against the Spurs was back in 2018. That was literally over 2 years ago. That was 140-126. Pelicans did shoot 59 of 102 shots in that game, so they did convert 59 shots out of 102. San Antonio converted 45 out of 94 shots. And then the last time, that was on November 18th, 2018, and also April 11th of 2018. They won 122-98. So this series has been like all Spurs in this game in the last couple of years. So this back in 2019 and 2020. So I look at this series. This is going to be the deciding factor. If San Antonio comes out and wins, the Pelicans will no longer be in that playoff race. They will be gone. They will have to leave the bubble. So that's this game is definitely on the line today, folks. It's definitely on the line. I have to tell you that. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to hear. Look, we are a very young team, and I'm going to continue to say that over and over and over until people get it into their thick skull that this team is young. I mean, I cannot stress it enough to anyone and everyone. So, see who's in here. So once again, this is breakdown. So we'll give you odd numbers on them. We'll give you the breakdowns. I'll give you an odds on them. Get this up on my screen. We'll share it. Okay, to end the game today, the Pelicans are a 3-point favorite. The money line will most likely will be on, I would say, it would be like a dead even number over and under. That will be at 365. FanDuel is at 110, so both 110. Money line's 110 even. But the only difference is the over and under. So both of them 238.5. This one's 239.5. So it's 239 over and under. So that's what we're discussing. So I'll give you some more stats. Let me go over to the StatFox screen. I'll give you another StatFox breakdown. So I'll give you some more numbers to remember. So let me get that switched over to StatFox screen, and we'll do that. I'm going to switch over to the StatFox screen. So I'm going to get the extended matchups up on the screen. Okay, the breakdown, we'll give you San Antonio's breakdown. Record breakdown, I'll give you that breakdown. Okay, as an underdog, they're 20-19 on the season. So 20-19 against the spread. They're also, let's see, 14-26 in the straight up. So 14-26, they not that good in the straight up. So so far so good as a against the spread. So that's against the spread. Now in Sunday games, San Antonio is 3-5. So San Antonio currently is 3-5 in Sunday games. In straight up games on Sunday, they're 3-5. Now against divisional opponents, San Antonio is 7-4 against the spread, and 5-6 in the straight up. So 5-6. So these numbers work. These numbers are not jaded or anything. When playing on a neutral court, San Antonio is 3-2, and straight up they're 3-2. Now, after scoring 115 points or more, they're 12-17, but also they're 15-14 straight up in the games. Now, the New Orleans Pelicans as a favorite, so the Pelicans will be a favorite. They are 17-14 going into this game today, but they're also 20-12 as a favorite straight up on Sunday games. Pelicans against the spread is 5-5, but they're also 5-5 straight up. Now, in the over and under, they're kind of 3-7, so they're not that good in those areas. Now, against divisional opponents, against the spread, the Pelicans are 6-6, and also 4-8 in the straight up category. So this is what we're talking about here. So in their last 5 road games, they did shoot. They're 30-38, but they scored 113 points and only give up 115. They shoot 47% in games, but they give up 55 points at halftime. So that's the biggest concern right there. If we can slow them down in those quarters going into the game. Now, 3-point shooting. Let's give it those 3-point shooting deficiencies. They are 11-29, so they're 11 for 29 for 37%. So they're a pretty good shooting differential team right there. Shooting the ball, but they also get on the line and they have a pretty good 80% clip right there. Now the Pelicans in their games, this is a team stats. Pelicans shoot 14 of 37 3-point shots. That's good for 37.1%, but their free throw shooting efficiency is kind of low, so it's at 72.6%. They want to get it to 80%. That would be an accomplishment right there going into the game. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, in the last game, I'm going to give you full information here. San Antonio went in that game 11 for 27. They went good for 40%. So they did shoot 40% versus the Pelicans the last time they played. Now the Pelicans went 14 for 36 for 38.9%. Their shooting differentials were kind of Pelicans shot 39 shots, and San Antonio shot 45 shots. So that's my breakdown right there. I'd say the Pelicans, if the Pelicans can come out and get a win, I think this will help them solidify their chances of getting that AC. Hopefully they can get closer to getting that AC, but I don't think they're going to get that AC. They're most likely going to say no, unfortunately. So that is the breakdown, Pelicans versus San Antonio. So we will move on to news headlines here. So once again, thanks for joining us for that. So let's switch this out, and I'll pull these out, and we'll go over some news headlines. I'm going to go over to the Bing headline station. Give me 1 second to switch it. All right. Okay. This is from Yahoo Sports. Last night was okay. Breaking news. 1 second. We'll get to UFC. Let's go to the PGA Tour Championship. We have breaking news going on right now. Let's give you the leaderboard. So far, so good. Dustin Johnson is 9 under par, so 9 under par right now. But Dustin Johnson, Scotty Scheffler is 8 under par going into the game tournament today. That is round number, I think it's 4. I think it is round 4. So round 4 going into today's action. Cameron Champ is 8 under par. Colin Kawire, if I'm saying his name right, 7 under par. So that's 7 under par for him. So sorry about that. Let me get this switched over. Sorry, it's only showing that screen. I'm looking at it. So let me switch this over, and we'll show you what's going on. So I'll get that back over to the share screen. So we'll switch that out. Share screen's back up. This is let's see where Tiger Woods is at. Tiger Woods looks like he is out. I'm trying to see if we can find his information. Just scroll it down. I'm just scrolling down, see if we can find Tiger Woods. So I think we're looking at it right now. I'm trying to see if we have anything on Tiger Woods. Looks like yeah, Tiger Woods right now. He's eliminated. He's finished 8 under par. So that's he finished with he is eliminated -2. So he is -2 in this. So he tied for 44th in the lead. So after 4 rounds in the PGA Championship that's out in California. So let me get this switched over. So we'll go over some more news headlines. So switch this out, and we'll have this up on the screen. Okay, I'm going to go back to what happened last night at UFC. Let's give you those results. So I'm going to switch over the results here. I'm going to put it up in my screen. Okay, results from UFC Vegas 6 results. Lewis knocks out Olenek. I think it's he earns his first victory since 2017. So this is from UFC last night. UFC matches going on. So this is a live blog segment. So this is what we're showing you. We'll show you the results of the game, of the fights. This is one of the fights that happened in UFC last night. Looks like we'll show you a little video of this matchup right here. Rivera and Alker Alquazi, if I'm saying his name. That's a pretty good fight right there. So that was what happened at USC last night. So we're going to give you a full card result, full card breakdown. Okay, in the heavyweight championship, Derek Lewis defeated Alexander Olenek by TKO in round 2 at 21 seconds. Chris Welderman wins his match last night. Unanimous decision, 29-27. +2, that's 29-28. And also in the middleweight division, Derek Stewart wins his match last night by a time of 3 minutes and 41 seconds. So that's the full card matchup. We'll run down some more full card action. We'll run some more full card action down. I'm going to do that. Okay, full card. Yana Kuma Kakawa, if I'm saying his name right, I don't want to butcher this guy's name. Went by unanimous decision. Also, in the catchweight division, Benil Dorish wins by a time of 4 minutes and 38 seconds. This is another clip right here we'll show you. Dara, you say? Oh. Wow. That is an excellent hit right there by that young man. So great hit by him to win his fight. This is for prelim results. Tim Means wins his match. Kevin Holland wins his match as well. This is Holland's. I'll show you a little clip of that one. Nice little hit by Kevin Hollands. That's a nice little hit by Kevin Hollands. I like what he did in that match. So this is from ESPN M&A. You can follow those guys. The next match over, Andrew Sanchez, excuse me. Andrew Sanchez wins his match as well. So Andrew Sanchez wins his match. We'll give you little matchup highlights of this one. Sanchez and Turman. Wow. Nice little hit by Sanchez. That's another hit by Sanchez. So he gets victory in the middleweight division with a time of 4 minutes and 14 seconds in round one. Next guy is Gavin Tucker winning his match. So he finished his match. So let's give you another breakdown. This match right here. Another third round victory for Gavin Tucker. So nice little win for these individuals. Also, in the bantamweight division, Aaron Rivera wins in his match. So he did win his match as well. So once again, UFC results from tonight, last night's matchups. So let's switch this out. Okay, let's give you Messon's article. I'm gonna give you Messon's article. I'm gonna share that article of Messon. Okay, Bruins offense put pressure on Capitals early in the round robin finals. This is this is the game that happened last night with the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. Nice little shot right there. So that was coverage cams. So Boston took the game against the Washington Capitals yesterday in their game. So once again, this is from Messon. You go to Messon.com. It's Messon.com. So we'll switch this out and we'll give you another article we'll share with y'all. Let's pull this up. Okay, this is from the NBA. Put this up on the screen. Okay, old rivalries resurface in the loss to the Clippers. So Portland and the LA Clippers played the other night. So these two rivalries are absolutely never die. The Trailblazers are 32 and 39 overall, 3-2 in their last 5 games. So they're 3-2 going into their. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking to get into the playoffs as an 8 seed. So they will tip off. That will be at 3:30 today. So once again, that will be that's the old rivalries that happened. They had a one. They did squander opportunities in the game. Virtual tie for the 8th and final spot with a 122-117 loss to the LA Clippers on Saturday. So they did play on Saturday. So once again, this is from NBA.com. You go to NBA.com. And we will go to another article. Switch this out. And we will go to the Bang articles again. We'll put some Bang articles in. Okay, this is from Fox Sports. I'm gonna see. It's not up there. We can't access it. As we're not gonna be able to access it. So. Okay, this is for the LA Times. You go to the LATimes.com. Let me get this up on the screen, and I'll show you that article from there. Okay, let's get this up on the screen for you. I'll disable this ad blocker. We have to disable ad blockers here. We cannot, they're not allowed on here, so we're going to have to disable them. Okay, Angels lineup versus the Rangers. Slumping Anthony Rendon drops to 5th. So So that's what they're talking about. Maria Torres is the rider at came out at 9:25 Central. A little over 12 hours after their collective batting average dropped to 211, the Angels shuffled their lineup for Sunday's finale against the Rangers. Third baseman Anthony Rendon for the Los Angeles Angels hitless in his last 24 appearances. So his numbers has been going plummeted. He was hitting over 300 against the Nationals. Now he's batting fifth for the 30th time this season. Mike Trout moves into the second slot. So that's some lineup changes right there. So David Fletcher is going to be, this is one of them. Now Tommy La Stella will be at first base for the Los Angeles Angels. His numbers is 295, but his last first 60 games he hit he had 232 plate appearances. Now Mike Trout will be the will bat third for them. Mike Trout, he's hitting 291 as of last year, 45 homers, 104 driven in. Shuhei Atani is going to be batting fourth. Anthony Rendon will bat fifth. He's hitting 319, but he moved down to fifth in their lineup. Also, Brian Goodwin in left field, he's hitting 262, back to sixth. Joe Adele, he's a right fielder with the Angels. He is hitting 289 against. So he's this is their lineup right here. Jason Castro, the catcher, he has 214 plate appearances. He has 46 hits, 36 runs, 12 home runs, 28 RBIs in games. So this is the Louis Renfroe is RENGIFO. He's at second base. I'm trying to pronounce his name right. Andrew Henley, he is the starting pitcher. He will be starting today. He has a 4.91 ERA, 64 innings of work. He has 3 wins and 3 losses, 4.31 ERA. In the last 60 games, he had 78 strikeouts. He gave up 12 home runs, batting average 225. So once again, this is from the LA Times. You can go to latimes.com, latimes.com. So let me switch this out, and we will go to another article. Let me get my another articles up. So okay, Florida State basketball recruit, 5-star guard Jalen Worley commits to the Seminoles. So that's he is going to be committed to the Seminoles. So the young man, that's good news for the Florida State Seminoles right there. So he is the top recruit in the nation. This is from David Cobb. You can reach him at CBS Sports. At CBS Sports, they just put that out a second ago. So he did make his announcement. He will be joining Florida State to play for their basketball team. He had commitments from let's see, Michigan, Virginia, Memphis, Miami, Oregon, but he does choose the Florida State Seminoles, so he's going to be playing in the ACC. He's a 6'4" player, so let's get that up on the screen. With size, skills, and solid athleticism, so I think he's going to be a good contributor to Florida State. So right now in the basketball recruiting team rankings, Florida State is ranked number 1, Villanova number 2, followed by Baylor number 3, Ohio State at number 4, Louisville at 5, USC at 6, Michigan at 7, UCLA at 8, Northwestern at 9th, Michigan State at 10th. So this is from 247 Sports. You can follow them at 247 Sports. That's 247sports.com. So we'll switch over again. This up, down, off the screen. We'll switch over. Let's see what else we'll talk about. Okay, let's see if we can this up on the screen. Share my screen. Okay, Rawls activate Hunter Dozier and place Francie Cordero. I think it's Cordero. He's on the injured list. So this is from Fox Sports Kansas City, Fox Sports Kansas City, covering the Kansas City Rawls. So that's he is going to be playing in the lineup. He missed 16 games last year due to the COVID-19. So he's hitting 279 with an 870 OPS. He has 10 triples, 26 home runs, and 84 ribbies. Now, Cordero, he's 25. He acquired from the Padres. And then sent Tim Hill to San Diego. He had 100. He was hitting 154 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs in 11 games. So once again, this is from Fox Sports Kansas City. Go to Fox Sports Kansas City if you want to cover look for the Kansas City Royals coverage. So we're seeing who's in here. 9 people. So we're going to move along. Okay, let's get this up on the screen. Okay, I'm going to switch this out. We'll do this. Okay, the Lions placed Matthew Stafford on the COVID-19 list, so he is unfortunately on the COVID-19 list. So he did test positive, so he's going to be sent over to that list. So Matthew Stafford, the starting quarterback for the Detroit Lions. So that is from Detroit Free Press. Follow them at Detroit Free Press. Detroit Free Press. So we'll move this out, and I'll get this off the screen, and I will look at what's going on this one. This is from ESPN. I'm going to switch this out. Okay, Pirates Phil Evans ruled out for the season after collision. So this is bad news for the Pittsburgh Pirates fans. So he most likely will be ruled out for this season due to his collision that happened. So that's unfortunate right there for this young man to endure that, but that's where it goes. Okay, let's see what else we'll talk about here. Okay, don't want to hear this crap about politician crap. Okay, let's get this up on the screen. This is from Sports Illustrated. Okay, Grayson Allen play in Orlando should secure his spot with the Memphis Grizzlies. So that's this is from All Grizzlies. You can follow them at All Grizzlies. They're talking about Grayson Allen, the young individual that's playing for the Memphis Grizzlies. So he will be playing for Memphis. So he did solidify his spot. So it's 11 people. I'm looking at the screen. So he is 24 years old. So it's so they're going to need him in the long run because I'm pretty sure if they get knocked out of the playoffs, they can come back and rebuild with that with around Grayson Allen and stuff like that. This young individual. So once again, this is from All Grizzlies. You can follow them at All Grizzlies. That's the Maven Networks. Okay, let's pull this up. Just Jaded. I'm going to put this up on the screen. Okay, Just Jaded. This is from justjaded.com. 23-year-old NFL star Cameron Smith learns he needs open heart surgery after tested positive with coronavirus. So that's probably going to happen for this young man. So I wish him a speedy recovery. Nobody wants to go through open heart surgery. That's just how it goes. But the truth of the matter is, if he has to have it, then he has to go get it done and get it over with. I mean, that would be my take on it. So unfortunately, he most likely going to need open heart surgery. Cameron Smith. So once again, this is from Just Jaded. You can go to justjaded.com. So let me click this out and see what else we can talk about here. I'll pull up on the screen. Okay, let's go ahead and put this up on the screen. Okay, Derek Dietrich parts ways with the Cubs, so looks like he's going to be playing for. I think he's going to be playing for the. They did grant his release, so he is going to play for somebody else. Most likely, it's going to be Miami. So it's Miami. It looks like Miami will probably take him. So or Cincinnati. I'm looking at it right here on the screen. So once again, this is from Fantasy Rooter. This you can follow them at Fantasy Rooter. So Derek Dietrich is going to be leaving the Chicago Cubs. He's only hitting 187. He has a 328 on base percentage, but he has a 462 slug percentage. He has 19 home runs in 113 games for Cincinnati last season. So he played for Cincinnati last season, but he also played with the Chicago Cubs. So so he did sign. He's going to part ways with the Cubs. So that they just put that out a few minutes ago. Once again, this is from Fantasy Baseball. So we'll switch over, see what else we'll have on the screen. Okay. Lightning and Flyers, Avalanche, and Golden Knights to play for the top seed. So that's the three teams. No, four teams. Four teams will be playing for that top seed. They will take on each other. So hopefully they most likely will get the top. So one of them will get the top seed. The coach of Tampa Bay, right, roots out Stan Skook, Stan Skukos for Saturday's game against. So that's what they're talking about. So. Um, If Las Vegas win, they most likely will earn that number one seed. So Vegas set to earn the number one seed. They will get that number one seed. Now, you have the Philadelphia Flyers and also the Colorado Avalanche. That's going to be looking for that top seed to play in the NHL playoffs. So once again, this is from the Associated Press. You go to the Associated Press. Okay, let's pull this up into the screen. Okay, this is from ESPN.com. Draymond Green gets $50,000 tampering fine for saying Devin Booker should leave the Suns. So that's something he should never say or do. That's absolutely dumb. That's wasting. That's getting. He gets fined for that. So Draymond Green is going to be sanctioned for that situation. Talking about Devin Booker going to leaving the Suns. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com for more information. See what else we can put up on the screen. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can switch this out. See if we can get. Okay, let's see what else we'll talk about. Looks like so far so good. I'm gonna put up some Twitters. Go ahead, put up some Twitters for you to view. So go ahead, put those Twitters up, and then we'll sign off. That's audio up. Okay, let's give you some Twitter updates. Okay, I'm gonna go through the Twitters. Okay, this is from fifth quarter Tulane to Whack columnist preaching 24/7. They won't be a season. Read your sources. This is from fifth quarter Tulane, and I have to agree with these with fifth quarter Tulane because look, if we do have a season, we're going to have a season. I mean, we're definitely going to have a season. No, if we're going to play in September or October, nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's just that simple. I mean, a lot of people gets on social media and kind of assumes everything that goes on. I think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen, folks. I mean, look, if you can, like I said, the governor has to approve everything that goes on. So we can get to, we have to be in phase 4. If they're going to be helmets and shoulder pads. So do not listen to what people tell you on social media because they're giving you a wrong perception of what's going on. So once again, this is from fifth quarter Tulane. Go to fifth quarter Tulane. Follow them on Twitter. Forward performance athletes. This is James Banks's organization. Please give him a this is a video filmed at Bobby Nuss Stadium. It's with young athletes right here. These are young athletes of the future, running backs and stuff like that. So this young man right here, they're talking Edward Celestine. This is a young man right here. Look, he's a ninth grader. So I'm gonna tell you, this young man will most likely be on that football field, that same football field that he's practicing on. He will be suiting up and play on that field. I mean, I would want one of my children. If I had children, I would send them to this camp because James Bank has an excellent camp. He does put these camps out for these youngsters. So once again, please follow James Banks at Forward Athletes at Forward Athletes. Now Hunter Brodus talking about Vince Velquez as no command. So that's what he's saying. You know, there's a lot of crap going on social media, and you know, it's just it gets really worse. Joe Burrow in intense work effort. It's rubbing off on Bengals teammates, so I think it's going to help their cause in the long run. NCAA women's basketball, Connecticut women's hoops. They talk about one of the greatest to even do it. That's Sue Bird. That's the young player that played for the Storm, and she also played for UConn. So she was a three-time WNBA champion. As at 5 p.m. on ESPN. Go to ESPN.com if you want to watch it. Okay, Miguel Rojas is another Twitter. Isaac Elliman put out. He retweeted that a second ago. Also, Blazers Nation talking about Hassan Whiteside, another guy. Now, New Orleans Pelicans 3 minutes ago. Black Lives Does Matter. Looks like Zion is in there in that picture. Okay, this is Fox Sports MLB. Fox Sports MLB. Despite not playing 8 straight games, the Marlins have more wins than all 14 MLB teams. So the Marlins have more wins than that. So the Angels have 5. The Texas Rangers have 5. The Seattle Mariners have 5. The Kansas City Royals have 5. The Philadelphia Phillies have 5. The Houston Astros have 6. So I'll give you more of those guys. So we'll show you the picture. So these are the teams right here. The Mets have 6. Boston have 5. Toronto has 4. Washington has 4 wins. Milwaukee has 5 wins. And St. Louis has 2. And so I'll be honest with you. I say, look, I'm not a Marlins fan, and I never will be a Marlins fan. But the truth of the matter is, so far so good. They have 8 straight days with more wins than these 14 teams combined. So they have 7 wins. So I mean, a lot of people might say, "Oh, their season was plagued with the coronavirus." But the truth of the matter is, look, you're going to hear a lot of social media talk. Don't listen to that. If you're a Marlins fan, don't listen to that. Listen to what the experts that cover the Marlins tell you. Don't listen to all these nutbags they have on social media. So once again, this is from Fox Sports MLB. Go to Fox Sports MLB. Okay, the LHSCA 2020 Hall of Fame induction. Doug was a tremendous basketball player and also tremendous baseball player at Cheneyville High School. So that's the 2020 Louisiana High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame. So he played with the Grambling Tigers, also played with the Washington Redskins back in the 80s and stuff like that. Also, this is from ESPN Women's Hoops, an MRI report on Diana Taller, lower back. She has no structure damage, so that's what they're saying. Good news about this young star with the Phoenix Mercury. So that's from that's Diana Taller Asai, if I'm saying her name right. Also, Fish Stripes. The Marlins got the wrong shot, so that's what happened. Also, Philly Farm. You can follow him at Philly Farm. That's Sports Gambling Daily, talking about the video analysis on the on games and stuff like that for the picks. Now, this is from Sensi Jungle. Great news for out of Bengals practice. AJ Green looks like his old self, so that's good news right there coming out of that camp. So these are the Twitter headlines we're looking at. Also, Thunder Nation, like fine wine, Chris Paul never gets old. So that's from D'Angelo Russell. 32 years ago, this is from TSN Sports. Wayne Gretzky was sent to the Los Angeles Kings in the trade. So that's Wayne Gretzky playing for different teams. Okay, the best record in baseball for the Colorado Rockies. They are 11-3, so they have the best record in baseball right now at 11-3. So that's they have double-digit wins. Okay, this is looking. Coach Gentry. Let's play this video for Coach Gentry. 20 seconds.
I think it made our guys really, really happy. I mean, a little bit of everything from, gumbo to we had some of the greatest cake you could ever taste. So I think, first of all, we had a great dinner, last night. Mrs. Benson sent us what we call New Orleans food. So I think it made our guys really, really happy. I mean, a little bit of everything from, gumbo to we had some of the greatest cake you could ever taste. So
yeah, I mean, what? Because they can't go get food out in the bubble. They have to get the. They can't go to the McDonald's or none of that stuff. They have to get it over there in the hotels over there. So I think that's good what Gail Benson did for the team. So once again, this is from New Orleans Pelicans. Todd Graffiniti likes that. Okay, this is another one. Todd Graffiniti. Crescent City Hoops. Pelicans fans can attest. The league will make sure this type of tampering will be dealt with in a profane manner. So Draymond Green is going to be sanctioned for that. So I think that should be happening because you shouldn't do that. Tell the media that Devin Booker is going to be going to the leaving the Suns. Because look, if Draymond Green should have known better, he should have absolutely known better. I'm sorry, that's how I got to call it. I mean, you can get mad all you want. You come on here and state your opinion. You can do that. You're free to do that. So once again, this is from Crescent City Hoops. You go to Crescent City Hoops on Twitter. So let's go ahead and sign off for today. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back later after tonight's game for the Pelicans recap show. We will have we'll be back here on Facebook, YouTube, and Sportscaster. We'll be back on live. We'll recap what happened. We'll give you some highlights of the game. We'll give you those highlights. Also, we'll have Alvin Gentry's press conference. We'll play his press conference to see what happened in the game. So we will do that for you tonight. So once again, we'll be back on Tuesday with Pelicans basketball. So probably we'll see if we get it on Zoom, and we'll have it ready for you. So once again, like, share, and follow Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show on Facebook. Follow me at facebook.com/Kerry.Wehmeyer. That's the number 75. And also, you can follow me on my Twitter page, which is Talk Kerry, TALKKERY. Also, you can watch this game recap, watch the recap, and also watch this show replayed on YouTube. If you're a YouTube user, you can go to that the channel site right there. And also, you can follow me on Tumblr. That is the official blog page and also page of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. And also, you can follow me on the flagship of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. That's Sportscaster. Follow me at sportscaster.com/Kerry, KLW. And also, you can follow me on the Twitch channel. We'll be back on there next week. We'll be on Twitter this coming Monday. So Twitter all the way through Sunday. Back on Twitch on the next week. And also, you can follow me on Instagram as well. And you can also follow me on Skype if you want to come in. So I'll send you a link. You can I'll put you in the contact. So if you want to come on, call me anytime. That's highly optional. That will be my Skype address. Also, my email address anytime. You can email me, same as the Skype. So once again, email me at kerry.wehmeyer. That's kerry.wehmeyer@yahoo.com. So we'll get ready to end the show. So everybody have a good rest of your Sunday afternoon, and we'll be back later with Pelicans game recap for Facebook, YouTube, and Sportscaster.